Hi, everybody. I'm Lauren Quigley, and I am really excited for today's class. We are going to be making this beautiful spring-inspired daisy chain. Now, once you get the technique down, it's very fast and easy to do. So this one is for beginners. If you haven't done this before, this is just going to be a very easy step-by-step for you. All right, so let's switch over to the top view. So here you can see that we have our, this is the original daisy chain that I made. But if you don't want to use the green tube beads, then you can just create your daisies just like this, just a continuous chain just like that. And I thought that that looked really pretty too. So I wanted to show you a preview of what it could look like if you didn't want to use the tube beads. So what we're going to be using today is some thread. You can use the John Bead Good thread. All of this is available at Michael's, or I'll be using this pink thread. It's basically the same, just this one is a different brand, but a different color because I really liked the light pink. Then we'll be using the size 6 seed beads in this beautiful color palette that's perfect for spring. I love it so much. And then I'll be using a size 12 beading needle. And so this is, also we're going to be using a chain extender because this is going to be a choker, but you can make it longer if you want, or you can make this into a bracelet. So I'll be using the 6 centimeter chain extender. I'll be using a lobster clasp and 2 crimp beads. So I got those all in silver. They also have them in different finishes if you prefer gold. Okay, so what we're making is a choker. So I have measured out mine. The original one that I did is 16 inches in total. You can measure your neck and then add about 2 inches because you want to have room for, the extender, depending on how tight you want it on your neck. So you can go ahead and measure that. Now you will cut your length of thread. I just doubled it. So I went 16 and then another 16, just doubled it. So I have already beaded my needle onto the thread. Now to start it, I'm just going to put the lobster clasp on one end and leave about 1.5 to 2 inches of thread there. And then I'm going to take one seed bead and then one of my crimp beads, like so. And we will pull that down through here and put them through both of the threads. And make sure that gets through the crimp bead. Toot, toot, toot. Okay, that bead there just kind of acts as like a little protector. Oh, and we're also going to use our crimping pliers. So those are over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a little knot close up to there near the crimp bead, but not too tight where we don't have like room for the thread to move around a little bit. So up in there, and then I'm just going to do one more, just regular knot. And then I'm going to take my crimp bead, slide it on top of that knot. And we're going to use our crimping pliers. Okay, so the first step there, you see there's 2 teeth in there, go to that back tooth. Okay, then it kind of doubles it in half, and then you'll use the front part of the pliers to squeeze that together. Make sure that I'm getting this there, and there we go. Nice and tight. And this is what it will look like. Now we're going to start beading. Now I started my chain with 2 of our green tube beads. These are silver lined, so they're very pretty. Put this down through there. And I'm just going to make sure that they get through that little bit of overhang string that I had. And I'm just going to cut the rest of that off just a little. There we go. All right, so now we're going to get to the daisy. Now, obviously, I'll be repeating this a bunch of times, so you'll be able to get the hang of it, but it's very easy. So the first color that we're going to be using is this light pink silver lined color. And we are going to load up our needle with 4 of those beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the middle color, the color now that you want for the middle of your daisy, I'm going to do yellow. So I'm going to load that up with 1 yellow. And then we're going to pull this all the way down. All right, there we go. Now this is the end of our necklace back here. What I want you to remember is that you're always going to go bead down back towards the very beginning or end, right where we started, back towards the beginning of our necklace. So we are going to go to that very first seed bead, okay, that light pink seed bead, and I'm going to go down and pull that through. And then what we're going to end up with is a shape like this. Let me get my finger out of the way. So here's the shape that we're left with. This is the top bead now, one furthest away from us, is this, the light pink that's hanging out here to the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up 3 more of our light pink beads. So load up your needle, 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to go back through that very top bead there. And then we're going to pull this nice and tight so that it's against our green beads. And so now we have a daisy. Do you see? Now don't worry, I'm going to be repeating this a bunch of times. So now that we have our pattern, now we're going to go do 2 more of our silver lined beads. Pull those down. Now the next in our pattern is this really pretty, it's a darker pink silver lined. So we're going to load that up with 4 beads. Oopsies. I like to go with the chunkier beads. These are pretty even, but sometimes some of them can be thinner. So I like to get the chunky ones. Okay, so we have 4 beads on there, and our middle bead is going to be a white bead. So let me pick that up, and we'll bring this all the way down. Okay, now we're going to go back through that very first pink seed bead. Okay, just that last pink one. Pull that. Okay, make sure that your beads are nice and tight down there near the green 2 beads. And see how it kind of hangs out to the side like that? This is our top bead now. Okay, so if I turn it, you can see. And remember, this is a beginner class. I know some of the people who watch these classes have mastered this. They're even better than me, but this is very beginner friendly. So we have our now top bead. See how it's hanging out up here? So we're going to load it with 3 more of our pink beads. And then we are going to go up through that top bead. And we're going to pull this up. Just like so. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my goodness, they look like little flowers, perfect for spring. I love them. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more tube beads. Our next color that we have in our bracelet, it's going to be the yellow. So we're going to load up our needle with 4 of the yellow beads, and then 1 of our flat pink beads. Pull that down. Go down back towards the beginning. Sometimes I saw some people going up previously when I was showing this to my friends. I said, oops, nope, you got to go down towards the beginning. Pull that nice and tight down there so we don't leave any gaps. He's just hanging out there to the side. So we're going to add 3 more yellow beads. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we will come up through that top yellow bead that is hanging out there to the side. Pull that nice and tight. And there we go. We have our nice pattern. Now this is going to be a repeating pattern until we are all the way done. So we'll get 2 more of our tube beads. Or if you, like I previously showed, if you don't want to use the 2 beads and you just want to do a repeating pattern of just the daisies, that's perfect to do too. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Get on there. 4 of the light pink, 1 yellow. Pull that all the way down. We have that last bead. We're going to go through just that last bead. Pull nice and tight. Okay. See how he's hanging out to the side? We're going to do 3 more pinks. And then up through that top bead. Boom. I love it. You can make this into a bracelet, an anklet, necklace, like a long, I think doing like a really long one with a focal bead would be so pretty. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the chat and then I can get to those. But I can't see them, so they will be asked to me. Okay, so here we go. Now our next color, it's going to be that silver lined dark pink again. I love this color. I use this on a lot of my projects. You can tell if you watch a lot of my videos, you can see that I favor certain colors. Usually lots of pinks. So we have our 4 beads there and our white one. We're going to go down. Pull that nice and tight. Add 3 more beads. Up. Go up through that very top bead that we have right up here. Make sure that our flower, if you have a little bit of gap in your thread, like between the 2 beads and your daisy, it's okay. Just kind of take your fingers, kind of shimmy it around a little bit and move it on down so that it's nice and tight up there against the other beads. And then 2 tube beads. Next is yellow again. Load it up with 4 yellow beads. 1 dark pink bead. Pull it on down. Go back through that very first bead. Pull, make sure it's nice and tight. And then we're going to do 3 more yellow beads. Now this whole process is so therapeutic to me, so fun. I love doing things like this where after a while it just becomes kind of mindless and you can just sit there and do it. And so a while ago for John Bead, I made these really gorgeous beaded curtains. And when I made this necklace, I was thinking how beautiful it would be if there was a curtain of really long all daisy chain. Wouldn't that be so cool? I mean, it would take forever, but if you're just sitting there mindlessly doing it, it's fine. I like to do kind of stuff like this when I'm just sitting in bed. All right, our next color is our light pink. So we'll load that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 yellow. Pull that back down. Go back through that first bead, always going down. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 more. 1, oopsies, 2. Remember, I said I like to use the chunky beads. All right, and we'll go back up through that very top bead now. So went from going from the bottom to the top. 2 tube beads. Oh, okay. And then we're going to come up to our silver lined pink ones. Grab 4. And then our middle color is white. And there are so many different colorways you can do. I was also thinking of doing a a rainbow one because I really like rainbow, but not your traditional rainbow. I like a pink rainbow, like, with pinks in it, or a pastel rainbow. Really, really is so pretty to me. Add 3 more beads. Okay, we're going to go back to that top bead now. Pull that. Look how nicely it's coming along. Okay. Boom. All right, looks like we have 2 more sets of our pattern before we get to the end. I think this one I'm going to gift to my daughter so we can be matching. I'm so thankful that she still doesn't mind. She still doesn't mind matching with me. In fact, if I get something for myself, she's like, "Oh, Mom, can I have that too?" Yay. Okay, so we'll do 4 of the pink, of the yellow, 1 dark pink in the middle. Pull that down. All right. Go through that last bead. Pull. Now that bottom yellow bead has become our top bead. We're going to add 3 more yellows. Go through the top there. Pull it. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's overcast here today, so my eyes are struggling to see the holes of the tube beads. All right, there we go. So now we're going to do the light pink again. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the light pink. 1 yellow. Make sure it's a nice one. Okay. Take it, go back down. Pull. If you're a beginner trying this for the first time and you're watching this on Michael's YouTube, I'd love if you left a comment letting us know if this is your first time trying this, or right now on the live. I'd love to hear. Okay, so there we go. And now we're going to do 2 more tube beads. And then back to our pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. A white middle. Go back down through that first bead, pull up. Now I tell you, once you get the process down, you are going to be so fast. You're going to go up through that top one, pull. Okay, hold on. Let me see how many I'm at now. I have my original one here. Woo! Okay, only 2 more daisies for us to do on this one for this next size. Okay. 2 more tube beads. Oh, sorry. Now our yellow. Oh my goodness, my beads are starting to get crowded together. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the yellow, 1 pink. Pull down. At that top, that bottom one there. Go back through just that one. Pull. Okay, grab 3 more yellows. Go up through the top. Two more of our tube beads. And this will be our last daisy. It's the silver lined pink. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, Lauren.
Hey!
It's Millie. We just had a question. If you could just explain where the thread, when you come out, where the last 3 petal seeds go. So you're if you
Yes.
could just bring your hands a little up.
Okay,
Make it
yes.
see
So let me
better.
show. So
Yeah.
I'll get very close on this one for you and I'll go very slow. So here
Thank
we have our first 5 beads. So it's the 4 pink, then our middle. We're going to go down through just that first one. All right, so let me get to that spot that you're talking about. So now if I hold it nice and tight like this, you see that now it's just kind of hanging out to the side. And what was our bottom pink bead, or it's this the second to, okay, wait, forget what I just said, that last sentence. See how the now our top bead is going to be this pink one up here. We have our 4 beads settled over on this side, the 4 pink ones. So now when we add our next 3, let me make sure that I'm showing it nice. And so now when we add our next 3, they're going to be settling in right here because our thread is coming out from the bottom here. So see the thread on my finger? It's coming out from this bottom bead. So when we put these pink beads here, they're going to go up like this and fill in that spot right there. So we're going to take our needle and go up through that top bead now and pull it and see how that creates the daisy. I hope that you saw that. Let me do, would you like me to do it again? I can do one more. I'll just add one more. And then I'll give my daughter the smaller one that I made before. Let me do that one more time for you. Okay, so our next, oh, did I mess up our pattern? I sure did. I surely did. So do you know what? That's fine. I'm just going to take those out then. I should have made that a light pink. So never mind. This was a blessing in disguise because I just get to take that off. Okay. Let me just undo this flower really quickly. And then I will do it again with the correct color. I'm just going to unbead that really quickly. Boom. Okay, bye-bye beads. Okay, so we're going to restart that with the correct color. Light pink. So we're going to load that up with 4 of our light pink beads. And then our middle color, which is yellow. Okay, I'm going to pull this down. I'll do it very close. So now we're going to take our needle and we're going to go through that very that very first pink bead. So now we have like a crescent, if you will, a crescent shape. We're going to add 3 more of our light pink beads. And it's going to fill in the other side of the flower that we have here because our thread is coming out from the bottom down here. So when we pull up through this very top bead, it'll fill in that flower shape beautifully. Okay, there we go. And then now I'm going to add our last 2 beads. Okay. And then our crimp bead. And then 1 seed bead just to give it some space. Now we're going to add this on. This is the very end to our necklace. Now I'm going to go over that seed bead, go back down through the crimp bead. This is just how I do it. Make sure that you kind of get it tight down there. Give it a little bit of slack. And then I'm just going to do that same thing. I'm going to tie a quick 2 knots. I'm tying it with the needle. I could, take the needle off, but I'm just keeping it on for right now since it's on there. but it's good that I have it on there because then I can run that string back down there, down through those beads. Okay, now we're going to take the crimp, slide it over top of those 2 knots that I just did. Go to the back of our crimper, squeeze that, then take the very top of it and fold that over and squeeze it. And then since I still have this on here, I'm just going to run the thread back down through those 2 beads, and I'll cut it off there. Oh my goodness. My scissors are dull. That's not good. And there we go. This is so easy. It really is. It looks intimidating at first, but you can really do so much with this. You can do so many different colorways. They're so great for friendship bracelets. You know, try adding a name on there or some really pretty like focal bead. Like, I don't know, imagine like a big, nice, pretty floral bead down in the middle of it. Even those, you know, those blown glass flowers. I remember I used to have some chokers like that in the 90s when I was a kid. So fun. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know, or you can drop them in the chat or in the comment section. Hi, everybody. But I'm Lauren Quigley, and if you want to find me, I'm on any and all platforms as Lauren Quigley Creations, and I hope that you enjoyed this class with me. Bye, everybody.